welcome in the Oceanborn Ocean, and we do have in the bottom right our red Zerg player Solar, and in the top left we do have our blue Zerg player Reynor. Oops, forgot to zoom in there. So Reynor's been putting on a clinic in every other matchup. Can he also do the same to this man Solar here, which is proven to be one of the strongest Zerg players in Korea for kind of all time, if you really want to do that thing, you know? He definitely has had lower peaks than most of the kind of Zergs that stand out, really, but he is one of those gatekeeper personalities. Like, he's a little bit comparable to a Hero Marine for Terran in Europe, even though like Hero Marine has been a little bit more kind of the Terran to go for a while, where Solar never really had that status. There was always this one Zerg who was kind of overshadowing him a little bit. And in fact, still it is kind of Dark right now. And now with Rogue coming back again, like even if Dark goes to the military, if Rogue comes back into shape, like then it's like, well, it's Rogue and Solar. It's not Solar and Rogue, right? It's Dark and Rogue. It's Dark and Solar right now. It's not Solar and Dark. It's always like, he's always like he seems to be always like the second guy, right? The second guy in line. And indeed he did not have those super high peaks. Of course he won some very nice championships in the end now. He won some GSL, he won some Super Tournament, he won some DreamHack, MLG. He kind of basically won a lot of things, a lot of different formats as well. But he never really had like this era of dominance where he was like, alright, I'm just gonna explode now and I'm gonna win GSLs, then I'm gonna go over to win IMs, and then I'm gonna go over to win a DreamHack, and then I'm gonna go back to win a Home Story Cup or something like that. He never really had that. But he's always someone, like if you have Solar in your IEM Katowice group, you want to gun for second place because he's gonna take first. He had those amazing runs and then was always kind of stopped in the round of 8, round of 4. But it doesn't really matter, right? If you don't win the thing or get to the finals, man, you could have even been round of 12, right? Like, to those players, it doesn't matter as much. And to the fans, I think as well, it's not that big of a deal that he, like, his results are not that big of a deal. And in fact, they are not. Now, on the other hand, we do have Reynor, who is still missing his Giselle. He's been gunning for that one, but not really performing in the environment, it seems. On the other hand, though, he does have those super big, ultra big championships, and he does have those consecutive championships as well. And he does also have a lot of finals appearances. It's not just wins for him. He also does have a ton of second places, even though it's a little bit rough to say, right? But I guess Reynor is one of those perfect examples who's someone who you can't really mess with him before any finals, because he's most likely going to beat you. There's more chance than not for him to beat you if you meet him before the finals. And even in the finals, it's like kind of 50-50, right? Most of these finals, he basically, I want to say he lost to Cyril. The ones he lost, or did lose. Maybe it's a little bit different now, but it definitely was the case like a couple of years ago. Okay, so far we do see actually a Roach Warren here. Safety bailing nest for both players. Roach Warrens are thrown up here, so no one really wants to commit for the Ling Bane aggression here. And we do have a little bit of a sneak by here by Reynor, trying to come in for some Ling assassination, actually trying to go for the army. They're not gonna go for drones. Gonna get one Bane sniped. The other one's trying to come in again. Not gonna find anything there. A wall of Ravagers, actually. Lovely done here. And he's gonna cancel those. He's gonna say, alright, I wanna money something. I wanna buy something else. I want the money somewhere else. Does this block? I wanna say yes, but this is a weird angle, man. And Solar, is he stopping it? No, he's still making drones. So he's just gonna say, alright, I do have some roaches. Hey, let's see, what do you have? Let's poke. Reynor does have his own roaches, and he's kind of misreading the situation. He's making his mind. There we go. Cancelling those two actually there. And those roaches which poked out, they're just gonna go back. Fourth base is gonna be taken here. And tiny edge here for Solar. Having a little bit more workers. He does have a tiny bit of a disadvantage in army supply, even though he just overtook Reynor there, and his base is tiny bit faster. It's little, very little things. Okay, let's see where this is gonna go. This could be all-out roach wars, of course. And we do not see any additional tech so far, so it's kind of looking to be that. Roach Ravager wars. We do have all gases taken, and oh, this is interesting. Drop play here from Solar. So a roach drop and a bane drop. This is kind of cool. Making use of his early links there. Reynor is just trying to walk those past, but is this in vision? This actually is in vision. So if he sees, oh, there's a bane, he needs to be careful. There might be more. So most likely this is gonna be, what do we have here? Spore Crawler. That's very interesting. Really spreading out his overlords right now. We do have this one to the top here. And Reynor's doing the same thing, transporting some roaches, but we don't have the overlord or the bane drop yet. And oh, this could blindside, this could blindside. Oh, beautiful reaction here by our blue Zerg player. Man, on point Reynor, man. Looking solid. Okay, he's trading roaches for roaches. I don't think this is a good drop location or timing. It's gonna pull back into the overlord. Queen was working on the roaches, not on the overlord, so a little bit of a mistake there maybe. Oh, he needs to pull the drones? There we go. This is, remember, a bane drop, so you need to be careful. They are slow banes though. I'm pretty sure they don't have speed. And they're just gonna walk in. Alright, that's what you want to do, Solar? I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, he gets 2 drones. I mean, it's better than just losing the thing. Gonna try to kill those rocks. Gonna lose some roaches to a bad rally there, actually. Reynor, though, committing down that ramp, I don't think that's a good idea. These roaches are just gonna walk into the base? Are they gonna walk out as well? Okay, this is a little bit of a slip-up. He should have gotten those roaches. Those were kind of already gift-wrapped there. You're never gonna hit that overseas, are you? Not gonna attempt. He's gonna defend these 2 roaches. Spore is gonna take it out here, maybe. Oh, he needs to cancel this one. Oh, he's gonna get killed, yeah. Kill the Spore. And already gooped on that upgrade here, so +2 is gonna be delayed. Oh my god, did he just snipe like 5 of his own roaches there? With a bile? Trying to take down an overlord? Oh my god! Solar, what are you doing, man? That's such a waste. That's such a... I don't even know where they show up. There was a lot of army, actually. Just killed by himself. It's like better bites than Reynor's hitting here. I had so many roaches screaming in pain there. Dying. And we do have the Hydra transition into most likely a Lurker Den here, with the Hive being set up as well for Reynor. We're gonna see what Solar's plan is gonna be here. Roller, man. Reynor and Solar. Kind of a sick Archon name. Roller. And we do have actually the same thing happening here for Solar, but Solar is even a tiny bit ahead. We do have burrow movement for our red player, and yeah, a little bit more technical army to use here, a little bit more bank for Reynor. Let's see if Solar can make something happen with this. This is kind of the trade-off you went there for as Solar. I'm trying to engage this bulk, but in fact he does have... Well, he does have an upgraded advantage, but he does have less units, so he's just gonna get pushed back. the less units they are indeed here, sniping this base kind of, trying to attempt to deal some extra damage there. And Reynor now trying to push in here with his main force, but I think the reinforcements are already strong enough. This should be no issue here for our Red Z player. And some burrowed roaches going into the main here. It's gonna scout the lurker timing actually. It's gonna see, hey, I'm quite far ahead. Maybe I have a timing on you. This is a beautiful scout here for Solar. He's exactly identifying when the upgrade is gonna be starting here. And he already has his Hydralisks. He already has Hydro Speed on the way. And there should also be... Ooh, wow, that's some gross bites though. Oh boy. Beautiful run by here as well by Reynor, but so far it looks like the tech advantage going here to Solar might enable him to have like a nice timing attack onto one of Reynor's bases. And if he can poke out one, remember, Solar's up a base. He didn't manage to sneak this one out during all the aggression. Oh, he's even not gonna find that Overlord, man. Wow. Is this gonna be a surround? Oh, Solar's trying to go for the big brain plays here. He's gonna try to surround the army, but this could easily be flanked as well. Reynor is gonna turn the table. Get some of these lurkers before they can even actually deal any damage. Oh, beautiful army movement here by our red Zerg player. Blue Zerg player indeed. Solar underestimating the reinforcement potential there from Reynor. Even though he kind of saw this. He had the overlords in position as we see here. It's only gonna get sniped now, maybe. Oh, it's gonna stay alive. There we go, extra lurkers coming in, but at this point Reynor's upgrades are probably gonna follow here in a second, and well, those lurkers, they should be online any moment as well. We do see some Vipers here. I love this decision. It's gonna go for some Vipers first. They are a little bit out of position though. You need to be careful, Reynor. Don't lose them. And you can throw some blinding clouds. You can grab those lurkers. You're really looking for the lurkers though. You can grab some Ravagers. No, don't. Oh, wow. They almost flew through that bile setup there. This is a high DPS glass cannon army here from Solar on that position. While Reynor is still prioritizing some beefy roaches there, he has a lot of money still in the bank. So Solar has been trading out his units and going for more expensive units, and we see this reflected in the actual money they do have. And yeah, Reynor is still staying on his composition, saying like, alright, if I don't have to trade it out right now, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you anything for free. And he's banking up some money. Now we're gonna see first Viper against Viper action. Who's gonna grab which one better? So far we do see 3 assassinations here on site. Well, Solar is gonna grab a Viper as well. Beautifully done here. Gonna jet off into nothingness from our screen. And finally Reynor grabbing something with his Vipers. But yeah, so far Solar has been a little bit more aggressive with the Vipers and has been getting the better trades. I think we should be able to see this very soon. So far, I mean, Reynor has not really committed his Roach Ravager as much as Solar did, so he still has a lot of catching up to do, but doing beautiful there on those expensive units. Oh, he could snipe these roaches, drones actually, going for extra bases there. I'm gonna see this. Oh, this could be an instant snipe. This could be a snipe actually, a kill. Oh, he's not gonna focus on the base. Alright, he's gonna try and hit the units, but he's just gonna lose his lurkers. Wow. Beautiful defense here from Solar. Man, this is such a grotesque matchup in this undersea setup. Everything's just corpses flying everywhere, man. Wow. And Reynor is out of energy. I mean, not out of energy, he's just pulling back the Vipers. Wow, beautiful. Biles there actually connecting on those Hydralisks, man. You see some remains there just disappearing, getting eaten by plankton. This is quite the late game here, and I'm gonna be curious to see if we're gonna see some infestors actually trying to join the fray here. Remember, they can use those neural from underground, and they also can throw down fungals. Fungal Blinding Cloud is a beautiful composition. Oh, this might be a killing blow though. If you can get all these Vipers, but all of them are gonna get back actually into safety here, and now the retreat is gonna be covered by, I mean, not gonna be covered, it's gonna be intercepted by those Vipers here. It's a beautiful reaction there by Reynor, kind of keeping those alive, and Solar a little bit mismicroing maybe there. His Hydralisks not focusing on those Vipers. He did exactly pull into his army to try and snipe those. Didn't actually snipe them. Reynor going onto the offense here now. He needs to be careful though, not gonna get flanked from lurkers though. And Solar is gonna snipe a base of his own there at the same time. So Reynor is kind of out-based. He's out-mined a little bit right now, but he's trying to kill this base as well. Focusing on the spores, maybe not the best target there. And this could get defended here by these lurkers actually going in position there. These roaches are gonna pop like balloons. Trying to snipe the base now, but yeah, as I said, that spore man. That spore, the MVP there, actually keeping the base alive. Hydra is gonna float to the surface. It's gonna greet the Pelican on his way up. And yeah, looks like this has been going a little bit better for Solar again. Again, he's been mining more, he has more bases. This base is still alive, and as Reynor, you were gunning for that one. What did you get? A Spore Crawler. A huge army here coming again in for Solar. He has so many Vipers, man. Oh my god, he has so many Vipers, he needs like extra units to deal damage at this point. Actually kill what he can grab there. And woo, we do see a Parasitic Bomb. That's an interesting combination here. Viper against Viper, something very funny to see. He's gonna get healed up there by a Queen. Beautifully done by Reynor. But these drones are gonna get intercepted. The base is gonna get killed again. And we need some mining locations. Reynor needs... Oh, this is greedy. This is greedy. Oh, this is greedy as well. There we go. Trying to come surround this army here. We do have still a little bit of a counterattack going on here in the bottom side, but this should get defended very easily. Main attack is gonna start here again. Viper's trying to grab any free unit they can here. So far though, still both players keeping a fair amount of Vipers alive. This base has been denied again. And Reynor really struggling to find... Like, I don't think you should be so reluctant on taking this base. You should just take the other one. And commit some more army over there, like commit some tech units over there. Beautiful blinding clouds here for both players. I do see one abduct here, getting that poor lurker. I'm gonna send that one to heaven as well. I love this Hydralis that's saying here. Like nothing's been going on. Watching the ocean, trying to read the currents, see if he can float anywhere, and then he just floats up in the end as well. Vipers trying to charge up, I want to say here. Where are those Reynor Vipers? We lose them. No, they're somewhere. There we go. Been trying to accumulate some juice here. Getting the straw into those hatcheries. And pulling out some energy. They're basically kind of like vampires, right? They're like sucking out life force out of buildings. I mean, it's a little bit different, but kind of the same thing. Reynor's not gonna find a base down here, and that's gonna make him a little bit sad, because he's been committing a lot of units down to this area in hopes of denial of a base. This is gonna be a nice trade though. Lurker's always insane, but if those are gonna get abducted, oh my god, this could be the play of the game. No, we're gonna see some beautiful blinding clouds trying to push this area here. Reynor's not gonna slip. Oh, Viper's getting abducted, but no Hydras really here. Only two trying to snipe those. Not gonna find the kills. Need to reinforce with actual army units, and both players are kind of running low on money, but remember, Solar has been mining more. He does have an extra base, he has extra money. Reynor is running out of time and running out of units, running out of supply, running out of money, running out of everything. Solar, if he can kill this army, he's gonna overwhelm our blue Zerg player. Even if he loses this base, it's still gonna be fine. But is he even gonna lose it? I don't think so. And we're gonna see the finishing touches to the game here in just a second. I wanna say Reynor is not gonna give up yet. He's gonna find his base. He's gonna be oh so sad because he sees, hey, this has been mining quite healthy there. And if he sees the base on the north as well, I mean, if you can intercept this one, if you can kill it, it would be great, but I don't think you can you? You're killing a lot of drones, which is nice right now. You find the base, you can maybe kill it. This needs to be retaken. These should have been moved up, actually, to try and defend this area. But yeah, Solar's just gonna push it back, and then he does have a base more. Man, this is Reynor's not gonna give up, though. Crazy stuff here. Can he snipe the base? Actually, he's gonna commit the roaches here to the snipe attempt. Can he find it? He's gonna... One last shot. Oh my god. It actually was literally the last shot. He just vomited out half a second before he died his last green acid there to take down that hatchery. But now Reynor needs to defend his own hatchery. And he is down so much army supply right now. Can he get the Viper connections he needs? I don't think he can. Wow, so many parasitic bombs which are gonna die. Are any of those gonna die, actually? I don't think so. But he's gonna kill the base again here. So, again, Reynor is running out of money. Even though he made some beautiful moves happen here, he's not gonna have the capabilities to reinforce his army any longer. GG. Solar is gonna take map number 1, and what a map indeed. Wow, what a game. Greetings, how the cast are going? ZvZ. That was a nice match. Indeed it was. It was a great ZvZ, actually. A lot of late game stuff, a lot of interaction there, and beautiful denials by Solar on Reynor's 5th base. Reynor never got a 5th base, and then he mined out his 4 bases and kind of had to GG. Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in already here. I hope you're enjoying. We're doing good so far. We already did a PvZ, a ZvT, and now a ZvZ. Getting kind of a lot of matchups in the way here, all Zerg matchups. Solar stalled very well and got ahead with the echo. Yes, I agree. It was a beautiful stuff there from him, stalling the game out and kind of keep on trading there with Reynor. And basically he kept on winning those snipes on the hatcheries and winning on the crucial positions there, and he kind of managed to keep one hatchery alive all the time, so he was mining basically more all time. And even if you trade a little bit worse, if you keep your opponent from ever getting a 4th or 5th base, right? He's gonna run out of money eventually, and you're gonna keep on mining, right? So, hey, beautiful stuff there by Solar. Beautiful stalling, beautiful army rotations, and never really letting up on the pressure. Alright. Let's hop into our next game here. Thank you so much everyone for the follows again. And we go into map number 2. Here we are. On the bottom right we do have our red Zerg player Solar displaying some beautiful army rotations in the late game there earlier. And in the top left we do have our blue Zerg player Reynor, kind of fighting tooth and nail but getting the worst end of it in the last game, so he needs to make something happen. Again, a small reminder, this is a no health bar, no taps cast, so if you are looking for those, please look at someone else's channel because they're not gonna show up here. But if you enjoy, please do lean back and enjoy the action, enjoy the graphics, the beautiful game, how it's looking without a cluttery interface. And if it's maybe more suspense for you as well, there you go. At least it does the thing for me. I did not see the Ultralisk transition earlier in a game Reynor against Cure, and it was beautiful when the Ultras just popped there in the perfect moment for the defense. It was some nice stuff. Sometimes we get surprises here, which is really nice. Man, Solar really going ham on that APM, man. 700. And Reynor is just alt-tabbing into his music, I guess. Sitting at 60. And there we go, 0 APM. Quick alt-tab here for Solar as well. That's the Zerg early game, I guess. If you're in ZvZ and there's no 12 pool or something, you know. Jokes aside though, both players are very aggressive players. So I'm kind of expecting to see someone pull the trigger in this game. Just because, like, it didn't seem very clear on who was ahead all the time. From the player's perspective, I want to say. Even though Solar was looking, of course, from our perspective, he was looking very good. Because he was keeping his extra base alive all the time. And had that mining. Eventually managed to win the game there. But it was some beautiful stuff from both players, to be fair. I'm kind of curious to see if both are gonna say like, alright, I'm gonna be happy to go into the same game again, or if someone's gonna get fed up at this point, it's gonna say like, do I really need to play another 22-minute game against you? Which I also could lose, like it was really 50-50 to be fair. A little bit, like some tiny mistakes there, maybe Reynor costing the game even. There was one situation where he managed to kind of kill all the extra bases Solar had up on him, but he mistargeted his roaches, rallied to the like extra hatchery from Solar, which was completely undefended, and he killed a spore crawler because it was an attack move. And then his roaches kind of ran out by the time he Solar came back to defend, and they didn't kill the hatchery. It survived with like, I don't know, 200 HP or something. But that's basically a spore, right? That's a mistake. If he managed to kill that one, and that time the game looks completely different again, right? So it's those tiny mistakes, really. They make up a huge deal there in the end. Okay. So far though, this game we do have a 3-base setup for both players here. Baneling Nest again into the Roach Warren for both players as well, and only some safety Banes so far. Both players happy on droning here. We do see a little bit more army supply actually coming in here for Solar. Curious to see when that's gonna happen for Reynor as well, but I think these are roaches being produced, as they are going up by 2 and not once. Oh, this is a nice scout here, confirming there is indeed no fast lair, no fast nidus or spire or anything of those sorts. Okay, so is this gonna be a push? I don't think so. Solar's still making drones, isn't he? Yeah. His drone count is going up while he's pushing out, so this is a fake again, and it was working decently, I want to say, last time. But this time Reynor is not even gonna commit to making these spines, which he did in the last game. So Solar's not even getting those cancels he was looking for, but hey, Reynor is up quite a lot in army supply. Where did Solar's money go? Why does Reynor have so much more right now? Solar is trying to go for an upgrade here, and there's no upgrade coming for Reynor. This could be a very aggressive push here on 45 drones. And it seems to be the way. So he does have extra gas here. And he does have like 4 drones now working here. And this is most likely going to be a lot of Ravagers, I want to say. Morphing into the battle, basically. And there we go. Attack is commencing. Well, this time it's Solar's turn. This is not a fake. Everyone, this is not a fake. Solar needs to get the defense done here. He has his +1 on the way, but of course it's still ways off. It's not going to be ready for this fight. We do see Lynx and Roaches reinforcing here as well. And let's see. Reynor's up 20 army supply, but that might be just the reinforcing army supply. We're gonna see how those fights are gonna go here, but maybe he just has enough. There is no spine ready yet. Finally joining into the fight here. I'm gonna try to get sniped here by some Lynx, but well, it seems like Reynor just has too much here. Solar is not gonna have the defenses he needs. Maybe like having 3 spine crawlers would have been a little bit stronger there for you. Already dropping down in the, well, workers as well, and there we go. Reynor just takes it back like that, and as I said, I expected not a long one this time, and it wasn't a long one. There you go, Reynor saying like, alright, you have a beautiful late game, I don't really want to play one more of this, so let's just go ahead and pull a quick one. Can you defend this one? And Solar indeed could not. So very well executed there by our blue Zerg player, the Italian. GG indeed. Right, so let's go into the last game of this ZvZ here. There we go. In the bottom left we do have our red Zerg player Solar getting demolished by the timing attack there earlier. And in the top right we do have Reynor. So Solar I think is playing for Team Vitality. There are a lot of teams actually picking up StarCraft players right now for the club awards, I want to say. There was a deadline, and the deadline is already, it's been met, so there's no new, you shouldn't see any new pickups right this second until the World Championships. But there has been a lot of support actually for those players, which is kind of great to see, even though like the scene has been, you know, weak a little bit recently, right? StarCraft is not on the rise. Everybody knows that. But of course, we're never gonna say it's a dead game, because it isn't. It's still kind of solid there, hanging around and about, but, well, we're never gonna know with the publisher support, of course, being pulled back there from Blizzard, if this is gonna, you know, how long we can continue this on this high stakes. And, of course, we hope this is gonna go on for a long time here. But this year, it's been at least looking very good for the players itself, like kind of more the accomplished players, but everyone who has been signed by one of these big teams, you can kind of assume that they are gonna get a decent salary. So they can completely focus on actually, like this year, completely focus on playing the game and not just like, you know, hey, what am I gonna eat after the last tournament is done, you know? Is there gonna be a next tournament? I don't know. Well, I mean, we know already there is one, actually. I think it is in... Was it Romania? I want to say it was Romania. There's one set up, actually, after the World Championships, so this is gonna be very interesting. There's gonna be a $10K prize pool tournament, I think, in Romania. Offline as well. They have a beautiful... venue actually already booked there, so you can have a look at that on my Twitter. I think I've relinked it, reposted it, probably like a little bit buried. I think they posted it like very late May. It's been announced kind of around that time, and it's gonna be in September if I'm not mistaken. So there's something going on, and we're gonna see how everything else is gonna hold up. But for now we do have the peak of the game, or at least of the tournaments here coming in, with another very big one with the World Championship, probably the biggest prize pool ever made for StarCraft. I hope they distribute it in a good way. We're gonna see though. I trust those people. They're actually managing these things. You might have heard of them, someone like Apollo or Alex or Alexei, the Ukrainian who is working for ESL on StarCraft 2 as full-time, the product manager there, the head of operations basically for StarCraft. And of course Apollo, someone who is kind of head of operations of the World Cup, I want to say. But yeah, he's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. This is a beautiful scout here for Solar actually. It's gonna identify this fast layer. Of course, you kind of know, hey, you only have 2 bases with a third, but this is still, it's a good follow-up. If he could find the tech, this would be perfect, but indeed he's only gonna get the timing, and he does have the gold base, so he's gonna have a lot of mineral income here. We're gonna see +1 middle here, so this could be a +1 roach timing. This could also just be a very safe third base. And, well, for now it's gonna be, we're gonna see how many drones are gonna end up there. And this is gonna be, well, roach speed, I wanna say. Second here, with the 100 gas, we're gonna see actual commitment. There we go. Yeah, Reynor's just going for road speed. But no sneaky spire, no sneaky nidus for now at least. Prioritizing those upgrades. And Solar has been transferring workers. So this is a very interesting approach here. He's been saying, alright, I get the gold. I also get the map control because you walled. And now I can do something with that. I can transfer workers. I have the extra income. And this is gonna be non-stop roaches maybe. And also gonna have +1 in speed. But it has the bigger economy. Even though they own the same workers. It also has the bigger production. You never want to count out one extra hatchery. They are so crucial in those lava productions, especially if you need to pull your queens to fight as well, right? Now let's see what Solar can make happen here. Of course he does not need to commit, and he's in fact going back into droning, it seems. And yeah, this is a beautiful fake out. Because Reynor, he made those 2 spines. He's not gonna show him these spines, so he's trying to make him misread the game. I love this. Even though you are already behind, you know this, and he's gonna move them out of vision. Beautiful stuff here. Of course, getting those in the first place is not a beautiful thing. I mean, they're gonna be helpful in the later stages, but they're not gonna be good in the mid game, and they're gonna put you behind, definitely here, for now. And Solar should just go into his 4th base here very soon. I want to say these have been scouted at this point. He's been trying to hide them actually for as long as possible. It's kind of a cool thing he's been trying to do here. Something very, very unique. You don't see that often. Oh, can he get the Overseer? Oh, actually, being a little bit lazy there with the Overseer. Maybe could have gotten away, but... well, it's gonna die here. Gets a goop down though, which is nice on the +2, so he's gonna propel himself a little bit ahead there in these upgrades. But again, Reynor behind in bases. Been forced to make some things he does not need, which are those spines. And now they're gonna get scouted. That's like a minute late. So Solar now knows like, oh, you actually do have spines. So I was actually way more ahead than I thought. You know? And yeah, Solar does not have been... well, he has been greedy enough. He has still a worker lead here. Kind of has basically the same army. He's gonna be a little bit behind on the upgrades with the perfect goop there by Reynor. A little bit early, but it's not gonna be that much, right? Second Evo coming in here for Reynor. He's recognizing that he needs to try to find an edge somewhere. And... well, he's trying to attempt to get that one in the upgrade department. He already knows, okay, I'm gonna have a better +2 timing. So, might as well go for a 2-1 approach here. Oh, can he get the snipe now? And this is gonna delay his base again. Very late here. He's gonna open up this area, so he wants to push into the bottom as well. He's not gonna attempt for the top area to try to avoid where Solar is expanding. Of course, if you avoid this gold base, it's not gonna be good for you in the long run. And this is perfectly scouted here. Again, burrow movement and burrow for our red Zerg player here. He did utilize this in the first game as well, but not as much actually. But in the end, he never really remade too many roaches, did he? Kind of kept remaking Hydra Lurker and Ravager. Never really fought with too many roaches again. After he traded all of his roaches out. Yeah, Reynor is trying to go for the gold base. Alright, so this is a vital point here for him to keep. He should kill off these rocks so he can reinforce into the gold whenever he wants to, once he establishes this position here. And he does have the better positioning over all here on the army positioning. He needs to be careful though. If these rocks get broken down here and Solar can like swing by fast here, gonna be, well, a disastrous move there for Reynor. Opening up these rocks is nice here for Solar. I mean, it's gonna be good for both players eventually, but opening up right now, opening up some extra attack paths, trying to come in here actually. Solar committing up the ramp there, and Reynor has a small flank setup, but it's just a tiny flank. It might just be enough to put back the army in place there, but it seems like even though he had the flank setup, it didn't look like a better fight for him, weirdly enough. And there we go, splitting off some burrowed roaches. Now we need to speed. Oh, trying to assassinate those low roaches here, trying to morph their beautiful stuff here by Solar. Only gonna find one though. Reynor with the defense here is gonna finish off these roaches in the end there. Beautiful attempt there by Solar, but not gonna find the damage he was looking for. Now these Reynor has a flank again set up here. And this is a huge flank actually coming in. He needs to be able to join this up properly though. These Ravages, they need to participate in that main fight. They're not gonna get hung up on these reinforcements here. And so far Reynor's been looking good. He's been pushing back Solar quite a bit here. And now he's been splitting off a little bit of his army. He needs to be careful though. He could get overwhelmed in the north here. And actually, oh, sniping these Ravagers here. Beautiful move here by Solar. Getting 3 of them immediately without trading anything there. Beautiful stuff. And now he could come in and try to kill off the flank here. He does bring his own flank, but in the end, it's just roaches against roaches, man. They're just head bumping again. Oh, burrow movement here from Reynor. So this could be an assassination here. Lovely stuff here, burrowing under the army, seeing there's no overseer, no detection. But in the end, these roaches, they kind of need to get into a different position. Again, trying to kill all of these Ravagers. Not gonna find all of them, but most of them nonetheless here. Beautiful stuff from Reynor so far. And Solar needs to scramble the defense now. He only has 4 Ravagers left, while we have like 6 or 8 or something more here on the side of Reynor. And, well, only 4 Ravagers means you have less bites for your retreat as well. Oh, this is such a tell that one roach not being burrowed here. Again though, coming in with a flank attempt here. Reynor that is rather than harassment. I'm not sure if this is the right play. Remember, in the earlier stages, in the mid-game, in the whole mid-game, Solar has been mining way much more than Reynor did. So I'm not sure if this is actually... I mean, you can still see it reflected a little bit in the banks. I'm not sure if this is the correct call here, not to go for the harassment. He needs to snipe a base, he needs to find damage. But in the same time, we did have some burrow roaches here, trying to get some damage on Reynor's side as well. But lovely burrow there with the drones, actually. Yeah, if you have burrow, you can use it for everyone, right? Some beautiful stuff. He's gonna lose a Ravager here, though, unfortunately. Gonna find all of these roaches, though. I don't think that's worth a Ravager. So trying to run away here, but well, it's probably gonna get intercepted. Try to hide these units here and find something else. Oh, Reynor, you can't push through there. Oh, beautiful bites. They're hitting so many units, getting stuck on each other. Man, that's some non-stop action here. Roach Ravager, and Reynor has been keeping off mining here. Solar, I mean, it's only one drone, but it's mining. It's mining on the gold base. He has some drones mining down here as well, now transferring some, and there's nothing on this base for Reynor. So Solar effectively is, even though they're on the same drones, he's been out mining. Finally, Reynor getting back to mining here, but he's oversaturated. He also is not well saturated here. He's oversaturated here. He needs to pull some drones. He needs to resaturate. He needs to get his mining back on efficiency here. He also has a drone in the front line. It just died. Trying to go for some drone assassinations here, but it seems like this game is kind of hard stuck in mid-game tech here. No one is gonna commit for now for higher tech units, but I think Solar might still have the edge in income here. It seems very good for him. He needs to get his gold base resaturated though. I mean, the income boost is gonna happen here for Reynor right now, with the gold being fully operational. Let's have a quick check here. Both players are still sitting on... No way. Alright, Reynor managed to sneak out a hive, actually. So he can go for Vipers. He can go for Infestors. He can go for Locusts. And he did get his +3, actually. Wow. And it's about to finish. There we go. So he had the hive for quite a while there. That's a beautiful lead here for Reynor. Solar needs to make something happen. We also do have this small sneak attack here and this sound here. A couple of roaches actually sneaking into the main here. Now everything getting unburrowed, trying to find some damage into the worker line here. These roaches trying to reposition themselves as well here. And everything so far is getting pushed back here. Solar's kind of defending everywhere. Finally we do see some worker kills starting to accumulate here, but Man, this could be just the flank Solar's been needing here. If Reynor loses this army, he might just lose the game, even though he has the better tech, he has the better army, he does lack in units. I'm trying to get some roaches back online here, but it does not seem he's gonna win the main fight, and now everything's kind of gonna snowball here into the direction of Solar. Everything's gonna fall apart for our Italian, and well, Solar, even though it's been down in upgrades, he's gonna be up in army, and he's gonna up in maps in just a second, it seems. It's a 50 army supply deficit. It's like doubling the army supply. I don't think you're gonna come back from that one, Reynor. You're gonna lose at least one base, probably 2 bases, and that's gonna be the nail in the coffin, because you can't remake anything. There's no banks. He's been trying to fight extra damage here on the sides of Solar, trying to get any drone he can, but I don't think it's gonna work out in the long run here, Reynor. You need that money now, you need it now, you need it in army, you need the army here, you need it here in this position defending that base. It's not there. We do have it for Solar, even though it's like a grossly out-teched army at this point. It's just so many units, and GG. Solar's gonna push through for the win here, it's gonna take the game. Wow, there was some styles clashing there. So one is just gonna commit to the lair tech all-out fight, kind of all in, right? Because there's no transition point inside, and never really remaking any drones, which just kept plummeting drone numbers down and down and down. And the other one, going for that transition, going for the extra resources into tech, going for the extra upgrades, and then he was up 2 upgrades in the end, but he was lacking army supply. He didn't get enough money to kind of balance that out. And in the end, Solar takes the game. Very well played here.